I am Meiji Perizabal from grade 12 JAA.
David Hume's theory of knowledge. Brief background on Hume's theory of knowledge. Hume's theory of knowledge was very much influenced by both Newton's scientific view of the world and John Locke's theory of knowledge. For Hume, following Newton, the universe has its own nature and dynamics, which is intelligible by the human mind. What the human mind can hope for, therefore, is to simply describe how the universe works through systemization, or the act of putting together the series of events into a single whole. Following Locke, Hume believes that all forms of knowledge come from experience. This explains why Hume rejects the rationalist position that there is a supersensible or transcendent source of knowledge. Hume's conclusion is more skeptical than Locke's. Locke argues that knowledge is limited only to things that can be experienced. Reason has no room to operate when it comes to ideas that cannot be experienced, such as freedom and immortality of the soul. From David Hume, we need to suspend our judgment when we delve into subjects remote from the affairs of common life and experience. Hume's position is famously known as moderate skepticism. Key concepts of Hume's theory of knowledge on the nature of ideas. From Locke's, ideas come from sensation and reflection. It includes sensation and reflection. Hume called it impression. For Hume, ideas come from impression. Next, following Locke, Hume claims that out of simple ideas, that mind forms compound or complex ideas. But, according to Hume, ideas that do not represent something in reality is an abstract idea and therefore meaningless. An example of an abstract idea, because in the first place, there is no unicorn in reality. Then, relations of ideas can be known intuitively or demonstratively. All triangles have three angles, known intuitively. The sum total of all three angles in a right triangle is equal to 180 degrees, known demonstratively. In relations of idea, the sum truth can be established without empirical evidence. Through mental processes alone, we can truly say that the propositions are absolutely true. Matters of fact, proposition whose truth can be discovered through experience alone. Sugar is sweet. It is matters of fact that concerns Hume. Hume's theory of knowledge centers on the idea of matters of fact. We can never come to know the sugar is sweet without resorting to experience. Hume asks, what is the nature of the empirical evidence which assure us of any real existence of matters of fact? We are assured of some facts by the present testimony of our senses or by the records of our memory. This explains why Hume was an empiricist. Experience. But the question is, by what means do we get beyond such facts? How can we get sure that such facts exist in reality? This is the central question in Hume's theory of knowledge, which he developed in his famous work. By what means do we get beyond such facts? According to Hume, it is by means of the relation of cause and effect that we are enabled to make more or less reasonable prediction and conjectures that go beyond the data of perception and memory. How do we arrive at the knowledge of cause and effect? Limited experience. The answer for Hume, it's not reasoning a priori but entirely from experience. The mind steps beyond experience and engage in reasoning. This kind of reasoning for Hume is supported by habit or custom. However, for Hume, in reality there is no necessary connection between two events, between cause and effect. The idea of a necessary connection is produced in the mind not through reason a priori, but through habit or custom. Hume only rejects the idea of connection employed in metaphysical reasoning, that is, the a priori reasoning in relationism. Again, for Hume, there is necessary connection only through experience in common life and practice, which is based on habit, the only evidence assuring us of any real existence. and matters of fact is experience. Again, I repeat, the only evidence assuring us of any real existence and matters of fact is experience, that is, the present testimony of our senses, the records of our memory, and the casual, experiential, reasoning based on the empirically observed regularities of past experience. Last, as Hume writers, knowledge of reality can only be derived from a careful observation of the constant conjunction between contingent events. Where such constant conjunction is observed, we are inclined to attribute a causal relationship between events designated as cause and effect. David West, An Introduction to Sentimental Philosophy.